Right, yeah, okay. So it's don't forget to brew. It's Thursday night, and the pushback this week has begun after a week of doing my blood pressures, which is still high. It's not dangerously high like it was. It's still high. I put in the results. I put in the results today. I say the results. I did the week long monitoring of my blood pressure, and I took them in today. I meant to do them earlier in the week, but it's just been one of those weeks. I've been like trying to compose the letter of complaint, which also got sent off today. I I do everything at once because of the condition of my knees. If I'm going out, then I'm going out to do more than just one thing because I can't go out one day and then go out the following day. It's just impossible for me to do that. And like today, it's been quite a busy day for me today. Um, Being on the go for about, I'd say, about 2 hours, which is quite some time for me to be moving around for 2 hours without a break. I was drugged up. I did take a handful of painkillers before leaving, which means tomorrow and well into the weekend, I'm going to be laid up for sure. Um, I'm still feeling the effects of the painkillers at the minute, but they are beginning to wear off. I mean, knees are beginning to ache, and it feels like I've got balloons where my knees are supposed to be. It's a weird sensation. It is just a weird sensation. So yeah, I did a few things. I've posted off. I got the letter through for another review on my health with the DWP. I'm going to make sure that I record this next one. Next time they phone me, I'm going to record it because last time they lied to me. They straight up lied to me. So like if they lie to me again, then I'm going to have it recorded. Um, I had a phone call of put me on and the girls in the office and with the social the girls and one of the girls sat in on the phone call and she was fantastic again. Like I keep saying about these girls, they know what the issue is. They see me firsthand, and you know how bad I am. I've got to go to Bootle next week. Next Wednesday, I've got to go to Bootle for this fucking course thing. And like, I was like, lads, you're supposed to, what they're going to say, it's one of these, they used to call them restart things. And for a start, it's embarrassing to think that I need help getting a job. Um, I if it wasn't for my knees, I'd be working. I could leave a job and go get a new job within like a week because I'm just fucking I'm just that fucking good at my job. I've good at security. Like I've said before, when word got out that I'd actually stopped working, I got uh, 3 phone calls in like 2 weeks from guys who had worked with in the past. All of them had found out that I wasn't working, and all of them wanted to know why I wasn't working and whether I'd come and work with them. See, that's the sort of thing. Um, I'm not like fucking blowing my own horn here, but like with the people I've worked with, I'm well regarded with, and the people within the group of the people that I work with, they um they know what I'm like. They know that I'm capable of doing security work, which is you take a look at some of these guys who got the SIA license, and you just think, what the fuck? How the fuck did they give you a SIA license? I mean, I'll even because one of the jobs I worked with, we were getting agency guys all the time because we couldn't get a full complement. We ended up getting agency guys all the time, and the amount of times an agency guy come in, and I'd be like, "How's he got his license? Who the fuck is giving him his fucking license?" Um, because one of the criteria on your SIA license is to be able to speak and understand English. Now, more than once, I've been paired with a guard who couldn't speak a word of English, and I'm thinking, how 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 have you got past that? There's got to be organisations out there who who run these courses for refresh courses or courses. Oh god, I look on my shoulder. What was the fucking? I've got something on my board over there. To get your qualifications basically for your license. And there's the reason why I haven't been, because mine runs out next month. My license runs out next month, and there's no way I'll be able to renew it because I just couldn't get through the physical stuff. 3 years ago, I only just got the physical stuff, and that was because the guy who ran that course, I know him, and he took it easy on me. That is still to say that I was recorded doing what was it? Doing the mouth to mouth, which I had to get down on the floor and do. But what they didn't record was the fact that two of them had to pick me up off the fucking floor. But I only, everything else, 100%. Everything else was 100%. The physical, he let me slide through on the physical, even though I did take part in it and I did rest quite regular. But he took it easy on me. But there's guys out there who are passing people who can't speak a word of English. just That's just mind blowing. It's just mind blowing. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, this thing I've got to go to next week. They're gonna help me to get back into work. And there's just like one thing I'm going to say to them is what I need to get back into work is 2 new knees. Can you give me 2 new knees? The answer's going to be no. So what the fuck am I doing here? That simple. Why am I here? I mean, the girls in our local office, they know. They know. And one of the girls sat in the call with me, and she was fantastic. She really was. It's a DWP, absolute fucking bellends. Their decision making is based on financial. It's not based on health, and I'll say that right now. It's not based on health at all. It's based on financial reasons, and I will give you the reason why their decision to tell me that I'm capable of work is complete bullshit. Because I'll say, let me just have a cough. Say this now, right? I'm mid-50s, and I have zero experience on anything that the DWP would suggest that I can that I'll be able to do. And I'll explain that as in ever since I was my entire working life basically has been physical. All of it, it's always been physical. From my teens when I was working demolition, going through to working on a steam press in a press room, to eventually doing security. It's all been physical work. Anything that's not physical, I have zero experience in, and I have zero qualifications in. Just no experience, no qualifications. So anybody who had a business and like a male in his mid-50s with zero qualifications and zero experience comes looking for a job off you, what's the chances of you giving them that job? The chances are zero, right? So on top of that, this guy in his mid 50s is also waiting on two knee replacement operations, not one, but two. So that means like I could go and get the first operation like tomorrow, and then I'm going to be out for about. I think I haven't looked into it yet, but I'm going to. But it's about 6 months recovery, double that because I need two new knees. And as far as I understand it, they don't do both at once. They do one and then they do the other. So when they get round to like doing the first of my knees, I'm out of action for 12 months. There's nothing I can do. I'm in recovery for 12 months. So do you employ that guy? The answer is no. The answer is absolutely 100% no. You don't. That guy doesn't get employed. So this is why their decision is based on is a financial decision, not a decision on medical, and it should be a decision on medical, not on financial. That's it. I mean, this is one of the reasons why you've got so many people in this country now fucking squeezing the system. People who shouldn't be here. Just that simple. They shouldn't be here, but they're squeezing the system. People like me who have my fucking life ruined because other people are coming into the country and fucking just squeezing the system, just bleeding the system tonight. Like I'm basically fucked. I'm just getting told that, well, fuck you, go back to fucking work. Someone's going to pay for the system. You might as well do it. Well, I can't work, and anybody who fucking employs me is thick as pig shit. just just thick as pig shit. So it's going to be interesting next week to find out what they say. Anyway, let's just move on to the doctors because, like I said, they reset me. They reset me treatment again. This is the third time they've reset me treatment, and the letter got sent off. I haven't. I have threatened in a letter that I'm seeking legal advice for medical negligence. I haven't started that yet, but I will probably tomorrow. Um, probably tomorrow. There's a few things I'm going to sort out this evening because it's actually early in the day for me doing this. It's evening, but it's still early in the day. Someone's having a bad day. I'm used to that round here all the time. I get that round here all the time. Yeah, so yeah, I'm doing this early in the day because later on I'm going to do what I did with the letter. I put everything into the AI that I use Gemini. Put everything into Gemini. I basically asked the question: have I got like basis for negligence? And the answer is yeah. Um, isn't it? Again, so the cameras. Which way we go? Oh, heading up towards Crosby. No, I'm saying yeah. Have I got grounds for negligence? Yeah, the answer is yeah. The answer is absolutely yeah. So I put in, put in everything, and the AI suggested putting in a official complaint with the practice. Then helped me to draft the letter. No, I wrote the letter out and then looked at it. Is that another one? What's that? What the fuck's that noise? don't know if that's coming across on the microphone or not. It's a weird ass noise. And on the cameras, the road's dead. No idea what that noise is. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so just putting in, it helped me put together the letter. There was 5 grounds for the complaint. I'm not going to go on here what the grounds for complaint were, but there was 5 grounds for the complaints. So I asked for 3 things. And the 3 things I asked for was a written letter explaining why my treatments had been reset for the 3rd time. I put 2 years, but it's actually for the 3rd time since I spoke to the specialist, and I spoke to the specialist a year ago. November was when I spoke to the specialist, and my treatment's been reset 3 times since then. I've asked for a clear and coherent plan to help with designed to get me back to the specialist as quickly as possible, and also taking into account my physical disability and the mental state that this has left me in, which I haven't touched on that much, but yeah, the mental health has suffered, and I see people going, "Oh, I got sacked and it affected my mental health," and I had the girl in the office I've spoke before. The girl in the office just said to me, "Mark, you sound like you're suffering from depression." And I was like, I know for suffering from depression, and it literally took the girl 2 months to get me to fucking take it seriously. And when I did eventually look into it, and it was if you can say yes to, I think it was about 3 of this list, then you may be suffering from depression. And I went through it all. And I answered yes to all of them. And it was it'd been going on for at least 8 months. And yeah, I've got the insomnia, the fucking really bad. I've been suffering with insomnia for 8 months. I've been living off 2-3 hours sleep. Sometimes I'll be awake for 30 odd hours, 30 plus hours awake before I fall asleep, and then I'd sleep for 10 hours, and then it'd start over again. I go 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. And even though the medication that I'm on at the minute, it worked for a while, and now it kind of still works, but not really. I mean, I am getting 6 hours sleep, but I don't know if I've said this before. I possibly have. I go to bed about midnight. I go to bed about midnight. After taking a pill, I go to bed. And when I first started taking these, I'd be asleep within half an hour. I'd take it half an hour before going to bed, and half an hour be in bed, and the fucking eyes are going. I switch off like that. Now I won't switch off. I would have taken a pill, and I'll still be lying there 4 o'clock in the morning. And now instead of spending going to bed at midnight, being wide awake until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, falling asleep, and then waking up at 7. I'm now waking up at if I fall asleep at 4, I'll wake up about 10. So I'm getting 6 hours. If I fall asleep at 2, I'll wake up at 7. It's just, it does work. Just, the sleep's still fragmented. So yeah, I asked for coherent plan, aimed at getting me back to the specialist as soon as possible. And the third thing I asked for is a lead GP. Just instead of me seeing, because I've lost count. I've lost count of how many GPs I've spoken to over the course of the last 2 years. I've lost count. Um, the nurse, the nurse is seeing the other week, bless her. Nurse Tootle, Nurse Tootle, I think her name is. One lovely name, lovely girl. We spoke about the doctor. I don't want to name him money, but we spoke about the doctor who said to me last October that he felt that they'd messed up, the words he used, messed up my treatment. And we would have to fix that, is what he said. And I thought he was, I thought he was great. I mean, he was the one who put me on the sleeping tablets, and then I thought I was speaking to him again the following time, but I spoke to some other guy who put me on fucking folic acid. Put me on folic acid, and like the folic acid did nothing. I did like a month's course of folic acid, and it did nothing. And I was speaking to the nurse about this, and she had literally put down on the on the because I went and got my bloods and all that, and she wrote down on the form, and noticed that she had actually put the GP down as the guy, because she actually said to me, she said, "Oh, he's our best doctor in here, and he's really difficult to get hold of because he's our best doctor." Now I'm hoping that when they get, because I've asked for the senior lead doctor, and I'm hoping that they give me this doctor. But I noticed that there's two actually wrote down that my GP was this doctor. If she actually named him, so fingers crossed that I get him. So that got sent off today. According to NHS. Fucking the word's gone out of my head. According to NHS protocol, they have 40 days to address the letter and write back to me. They have 40 days, and that's NHS protocol. So yeah, that was that's taken up a massive chunk of me week this week. You know, I wrote that letter out. I haven't wrote so much in such a long time. Yeah, my arm was killing me. I must have wrote it out about 4 or 5 times, but like, yeah, I got one that I was happy with, so that one got sent off. So I'm going to be basically doing something similar, this evening. And we'll get the AI out. Use the AI to help me formulate a plan of action of following this up down the legal route. I've already asked a few questions about it, but I'm going to get everything, the whole story, going back to 2021. I'm going to get the whole story going back right the way through, put it all together, and like just basically say to AI, what are these guys going to want to hear from me? And I've just noticed the coffee stain on the bloody cabinet there, and it's just threw me. What was I saying? 1 second. I can't sit here and look at that. I don't know. It's just where some coffee's just bloody dripped off. I'm like on the drawers. Oh my god! It's just annoying. It's just annoying. It's this. I should have wet the cloth. I should have wet the cloth. There we go. There we go. That's just. I just noticed that then. Fucking. It's gonna annoy me. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'll get the AI to put together a not so much a script, but a kind of script for when I talk to these guys. As I seem to remember, how it goes is a woman will speak to me on the phone for a while, and she'll take the entire fucking story, and then she'll pass it on to to an actual solicitor, and he'll look through it and go yes or no. Although the AI seems to think I've got a really strong case with the negligence, since the negligence has affected, the negligence has caused, um, what's the word? Irreversible, but it is irreversible. It needs fucking operations to do, but it's caused damage. It's actually wrote on. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm trying to look for a fucking big clever word, but it's not. It's just permanent damage. Um, the because this is basically this is the letter. This is one of the drafts of the letter. Um, basically it's addressed to the practice manager of my my practice. And then it goes on about saying that it's a formal complaint. And then the grounds of the complaints, I've got five, one, two, three, four, yeah, five grounds for the complaint. And then the desired outcome. And then at the bottom, I'll just show you what I wrote at the bottom. I look forward to your response within the standard NHS timeframe, which is 40 days. I am now seeking legal advice regarding clinical negligence, as the delay in treating my initial injury has led to permanent disability of both knees. So the AI seems to think that I have got a uh, fairly strong case. That with that, the fact that one of the doctors admitted that the practice had messed up. I mean, he also, and I've said this before, he also made me say out loud that we had never spoken before. So I think he must have looked at it and gone, shit, this could end up going to court. And he's basically covered his own arse by saying, we've never spoken, have we? And I was like, no, sir, we haven't spoken. But, like, yeah, he seemed like a decent guy. Yeah, and like I said, the nurse, I was, but when I went in to see the nurse, and I spoke about him and said what he'd said, and not, well, not what he had said, but, you know, he'd put me on, like, I can't even think what they're called, the sleeping tablets they are. He put me on them, and said, basically said, when I said, oh, I think what I need is exercise. So that's what I'd like to get like fixed first. And he went, no, you don't. He said, we've got to fix your sleep first, because we can't fix your sleep. Nothing else is going to get fixed. And he was right. He was absolutely right. But yeah, so that's basically that letter got sent off today. Over the course of the coming days and over this weekend, probably I won't make a phone call until like next week. I'll be following up my threat to seek legal action, to seek legal advice. So yeah, so that's it. It's nearly half an hour. I've rambled on for. So I am going to carry on having my cup of tea. I'm going to take it easy for the rest of the day, because, like I say, being out, and on my feet for 2 hours is a it's a big day. It's been a busy day. 2 hours. I mean, 40 minutes tops. 40 minutes tops normally, but to be out for 2 hours, that's massive. And like I say, as when the painkillers wear off, I imagine within an hour or so, the painkillers will wear off, and I'll just be in agony. Just be in agony. So that's me. I'm done. Look after yourself. Love you. Bye.